Hey guys, so I'm going to answer one of the most popular questions when it comes to GMAT prep, which is the official guide enough to get a grade score? Let's define a grade score as above 700 for this purpose. So, to be very honest, very straightforward, the answer is no, it's not enough. Now, you might find that some people may answer the opposite way. They may say yes. And I'll get to that point in a second, but let me tell you that for me, I'm the average test taker. I started off with a score in around like 570 or something when I first took my practice test, and I had to work my way up to the mid 700s. So I have a full range of experience of kind of going through all these different programs that are existing out there and going through the official guide. The problem with the official guide is that it will provide a survey of the different types of questions that you will find on test day. It will get you a little bit of practice on solving these actual GMAT problems, but it's not going to help you develop the skills and strategies necessary to get above 700. So I started to do this back in 2019. I finished the entire official guide. And after finishing all of the questions, you could have asked me any single question on the entire book, and I would have been able to answer it right. I sat in for the test, and I got about a 640 on my exam. So that clearly, sort of shocked me. I was thinking I was so overprepared. I'm getting every single thing on the official guide right. I'm reading about people, doing really well. Now the problem is that as you do better and better on the GMAT, especially on the easy and medium questions, you're going to get harder and harder questions. And the official guide has very few hard questions. Part of the reason why I'm providing so many videos on the advanced GMAT advanced questions is because those are the types of questions you really need to be prepared for on test day. But the official guide is necessary but not sufficient to do well on the exam. So if you can't get a bunch of things right on the official guide, then you really need to get that locked down before moving on to some of the more advanced materials. But you can't just expect to get over 700 on the exam because you did the official guide. Now, some people are able to just use the official guide and still get a great score. Now, the reason for that is some people have phenomenal test taking abilities or they have an academic background that lends well to the type of thinking and the logic that's required on this exam. So I'd say, people that did very, very well in the SATs, people who did engineering majors, a certain subset of people that, already had a lot of skills, but they didn't really understand, how to do a data sufficiency question or a sense correction question. And so those types of people, they just need a quick refresher on the rules of the test, how do you take the test, and they're doing great. But if you're an average test taker, you're getting something like, like a 550, like 600, 650, then the official guide is not enough. First, I would recommend doing everything on the official guide and then going and finding, the official guides for different years. I think there's like GMAT paper test that was released. There's GMAT official questions. I would try to do as many official problems as possible, make sure that that's all on lockdown. And also, I would recommend finding a GMAT coach who's been in your same shoes, so who's been sort of like an average test taker that was able to get to the mid 700s. Somebody, and I was talking about this a little bit in one of my other videos, but if somebody just grabs, somebody just gets 770 on their first attempt, taking the GMAT, then that's probably not going to be necessarily the best teacher for you. They came in with a lot of different skills. Somebody that worked their way up and was able to get a very high score, starting off with an average score, that's really who you want to learn from because they've already done all the mistakes. They understand where you're coming from in particular. So yeah, that would definitely be me. If you want to reach out to me for a quick consultation or to answer any of your questions, I'm just going to write down my email right here. So it's just going to be gmatpro782@gmail.com. Now, to answer this question, is the OG enough? The clear answer is no. It's necessary but not sufficient. I'll be posting more videos on this topic and also more advanced questions. Once you see them, you'll see that the advanced questions are clearly much harder than what's on the official guide, and you need to be able to do the advanced questions to do well.